Here with Choose Joy with Carmen, and in today's video I wanted to show you what I did to create my Craft Roulette project for this week for episode number 113. And the first parameter was the project, and we got to do whatever we wanted. It was our choice. So I'm choosing to do an A2 landscape piece with that Blushing Bride. We had to pick any two colors, and I'm choosing to do the Blushing Bride and the Soft Sea Foam, and I'm using markers and stamping blends. And then we had to have flowers, so I'm choosing to use this More Love that has these flowers in it. So I thought I would use that set. And then we also had to have the random was wood of some sort. So I'm choosing to use this paper here that has this wood background. And so I decided, because that stamp set is so huge and I wanted to make sure that I was going to be able to ink it up and stamp it nicely, I decided to pull out my Stamparatus so that I could ink it up with the basic gray, which is a neutral color. And that way, if I had any problems with getting a good solid image, I could continue to re-ink it and re-stamp it and make sure I'd be in the correct place. See, as you notice, I didn't push hard enough on that one side, so I had to go ahead and add some more ink and really focus on pushing on that right side there. And I don't know why that was, but it's a rubber stamp, and so they tell us not to use the mat for that. So that's why I don't have that mat there, but maybe I should have had a little bit of more something underneath there to give it a little more like a shim maybe, or something to give it a little more closer to get to that inking of that stamp set. But I just wanted to keep doing it because since I am stamping right on that wood pattern paper, I wanted to make sure it was very, very clear to see. So I think I was happy with this, and so I went ahead and thought that would work out fine. So I'm going to go ahead now and start working on coloring it. Now, because I am using the stamping blends, I should have had a scrap piece of paper underneath me because it bleeds through. So that's why I grabbed that case, and I thought I'll just color it there. Now, the one thing that I did do wrong here was I picked uh, on the stamping blends, they come in light and dark. And I picked the dark one because I thought I only wanted to use one of the blends in this case. But then after I started coloring and got that done, I thought, oh, maybe I should have started off with the light one. So I pulled out my Stampin' Blends and I grabbed the light one. But at that point, it was really too late to go back and try to add that because I had already added the dark. And so it really wasn't doing anything. So then I thought, oh, well, let me pull out the Stampin' Right marker, which is, maybe I could add a little bit of more dimension by adding that, but I don't know, it really didn't do much, but oh well, live and learn, right? Start with the light if you're planning to add some dimension. So because we don't have the Blushing Bride in the stamping blends, I had to go to my Stampin' Right markers in order to do the coloring of the flowers, because I wanted it to match my card base, which was the Blushing Bride. So I went ahead and colored all the flowers with just the marker itself. And then I thought, well, I thought it looked pretty good. I think it matched very well, so I was very happy with that. So once I get that coloring done, then I decided to go ahead and adhere that piece to a mat of basic gray so that it would match the lettering that I had stamped. So I went ahead and put that basic gray mat on the card base so I could go ahead and then be able to put the piece with the image on it right on top of that. So I'm just getting that adhered there using my stamp and seal. And then I'll go ahead and attach uh, the image that I stamped and colored that's on the wood grain pattern paper. And then I decided, well, I wanted a little something more. So I thought, well, what kind of embellishments could I use? Go ahead and pull out my rhinestones so that I could color them with the soft seafoam Stampin' Blends so that it would match the leaves on the flowers. And so I decided to use the dark and color the rhinestones in. And then that way I could go ahead and add those to the card front. So I decided to color 5 of them in and go ahead and I put them kind of at the ends of where like some of those lines ended, and I thought that would look really cute. So I went ahead and did that, and I really liked the way that turned out. So then comes the big mess up. So I had already done this ahead of time and realized that I stamped it and did portrait, and I was like, oh man. So then I had to go ahead and, cut some more paper, but I wanted to use that limited edition stamp. And so I had to cut another piece of basic white cardstock, and I would ink it up and stamp it. And then I would cut a piece of that wood grain paper again and put it on the bottom. And this is what the result would look like. So, I thought, well, here I was trying to like be so smart and get that done ahead of time, and then I did it wrong, so I had to stop and redo it anyway. So there, yeah, I was so happy I finally did it right. I got so excited. So there's the card, and I hope you enjoyed that. Creating more for you. So I'm going to just show you a little close up of the card now, and I just really thought it turned out pretty cute. I kind of cased a little bit of what that stamp set had in the catalog, but I really liked it. I think it was an easy card. The parameters were great this week, so I really, really liked that. And the inside, I love that stamp set. A paper hug for me. So there you go. See you all next time. Bye.